What's up? My name is Erika, and this is the Let Go, Let God podcast. Welcome. I'm so excited that you are listening in. I want to give you a backstory and get into what the podcast is going to be all about. So let's do it. So, back at the end of 2021, I was thinking of a word for 2022. So, I do this thing where I think of a word that I feel the Lord puts on my heart to focus on for the following year. And at the end of 2021, I felt the Lord telling me, Erika, I'm giving you two words, and they are give and serve. And it's kind of funny because 2021 was a rough year for me, and I'm sure as it was for a lot of different people, but I didn't really feel as though I had a lot to give and serve. And so I was like, okay, God, let's do it. I don't really know what this is going to look like, but I'm here for it. So 2022 started, and it was about the middle of January whenever I felt the Lord telling me, Erika, give your time, give and serve your time to other people and build your relationships with them. And I was like, okay. So I started going on a ton of different coffee dates and getting to know people, giving them my time, listening to their stories, hearing about what was going on in their lives. And two things happened. One, I got a coffee addiction, but it's for a good cause, so it's okay. And two is I really got to know people. It was really cool. I got to know and flourish the relationships that I currently have, and I got to branch out and build new relationships with other people. And as I was talking to people, it was just so cool to hear all the things that God was doing in their lives. Everyone has a different story and different experiences, and it's just so cool to see how God is working in their lives, and a lot of the things I could relate to. And then there were some things that I'm like, man, I've never even had to experience that or go through that. And it really opened up my eyes to things that are going on in other people's lives and really shift my perspective on things as well. So I was driving home one day after a coffee date, and I was like, oh, I wish I could just do this as my job. That'd be so cool to just go and meet up with people and just talk to them about what God's doing in their lives and just really get to know them. And that's where the idea for the podcast came in. I've been wanting to do a podcast for a while, but I just couldn't decide on a concrete idea. And that's when I got the idea. I was like, let's just go have my coffee dates over a podcast. And so that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing, but I'm going to be focusing on one question that everybody will be answering, and that is, what is a life-changing lesson that the Lord has taught you? Now, I don't know about you, but I've had a lot of life-changing lessons that God has taught me. And I think with everybody's different experiences and stories, a lot of people's answers will be so different. And so I was really learning so much as I was having these coffee dates, and I was thinking, I wish other people could hear these things, because there was things that I didn't even know and that were so helpful for me. And so that's exactly what we're going to be doing, is we're going to be diving into those conversations on this podcast and just getting real, raw, and deep about what God is doing in our lives, which leads me into my mission statement of the podcast, and that is to bring heaven on earth by getting real, raw, and deep about the things God is doing in our lives each and every day. And this is inspired by the verse Matthew 6:10, and it says, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And I really think we need to bring more of heaven on earth as Christians. Lord knows we definitely need that. So I think that we should all be working on doing that. And as I was having these conversations, it really was just so transformational for me, and I hope that it can inspire you to get deeper with your loved ones and even branch out to meeting more people, because God tells us, one of the most important things to do is just love Him and love others, and I think that that's what we should all focus on really doing. And so tune in every week. There's going to be a new episode with a new guest, and you don't want to miss out because there could be something that the Lord wants to tell you through the podcast, and I would hate for you to miss out on that. So tune in every week. Thank you guys so much for listening.